Welcome to Paranormal 411, coming to you from an undisclosed location deep within the Appalachian Mountains, with your hosts David Reagan and Jason Scott, bringing you the unknown. You're listening to Paranormal 411.
Thick forest, everything all around that trail. All the trails, no other way.
And not like someone's sitting there waiting for someone to come going, yeah. See, that's very possible because that's another thing that they do a lot of is throwing rocks and stuff like that. Yes. Yeah. You too. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's when I wanted to talk to the Ghostbuster people.
Oh, nice.
You seen a ghost?
Oh,
Really?
I seen them.
Her neck gets down on the damper.
He's telling you about that.
And then when we got back, the neck gets was all the way in the dorm room.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
You probably hear this. But sometimes hear noises.
Yeah. Well, I believe you. I used to hear them all the time too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, we're just in Loudon. Thank you. No, you're fine. You're fine. That's what we're here for is the stories. How are you? Doing good. Question?
Yeah. Do you believe in aliens?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
I have not, but we have a ton of stories. Now, I'll tell you a funny thing. When Jason and I first started this podcast, you remember getting out on the porch that night?
Yeah.
And what was weird was that, so we get out on the, back then we were doing it all, we didn't have cell phones and it was just no equipment really. And so we got done doing it. We was just doing 30-minute little podcasts at that time. We go outside, we start talking about the podcast a little bit. And we look up in the sky and coming from the west going east, you know, like what a light from, just when you're driving down the road, the lamps on. So it was perfectly white, perfectly round. and it was coming from west to east, and it was traveling at a rate that you don't see from an airplane. This was in Loudoun, yeah. And when it came across the sky, it got probably, about into the 10, 11 o'clock range. And it blinked on, or blinked off, blinked on, and then blinked off again, and it was gone. And, I thought for a long time, maybe I was seeing an airplane trying to land in, say, Maryville or something. But the landing lights are on the front. As soon as it would have got to the side of you, you wouldn't have seen them. Yeah. And you'd have had the blinking lights on the sides. And as soon as that landing light would have passed you, you would have never seen it no more.
Right.
But it was still that perfect white ball of light all the way across the sky. Yeah.
We saw UFO lights on a cruise ship. We were in the middle of the ocean. It was like the triangle, like the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow.
It was
Oh.
and it just hovered. It was like strange. We couldn't see the outline of it, but we could just see the lights. It was strange.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's just a bunch of shit coming.
Oh, and the key.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was white, but it was so high up. And then she turned the little app on where you could see what lights it were. And we're like, oh, there was nothing there. And it was one after another after another.
Oh,
It wasn't
that.
the Starlink. So
Right.
I don't know
Well, we've had people, I think we see something, but you can tell that the Starlink, because they're all in a row,
Yeah.
just all together
Yeah,
flying,
yeah.
And so if it's one, then another,
Yeah.
that's not the
What
same.
is that?
Yeah,
So cool.
that's awesome.
You guys wanna get in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it? Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for spreading awareness.
Yes. Did you? Oh, you're recording. Look at that.
So we are live again, just filming the crowd and getting a few stories. Right back.
Yeah, getting a lot of stories. I'm telling you, it's tons of stories coming this way, and it's awesome. Everything from Bigfoot to aliens to ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Everything we listen to. You want to get on a mic? Okay, that's what I was just about to ask you to do.
Sweet. So you read my mind.
You got him on?
Yeah, he's on.
Got him on. Yeah.
So great to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Yeah, I think we always need to support fellow podcasters, especially in we got a niche
Yes.
podcast. And so the podcast community is big. Our area of it's small, so I think we need to support each other. So
Yep.
thanks for having me on
Yes.
to say hey to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my name's Sean. I'm the host of the Para Reality podcast, available just like you guys. Everywhere you can get a podcast, it's there.
Yes.
So I do 2 episodes a month. I release on the first and third Fridays of every month.
Okay.
And I'll talk about what I tell people is the usual weird stuff.
Yeah.
Cryptids, aliens, UFOs, conspiracy theories, you name it.
Yes.
If it's weird, I'll talk about it.
Heck
My
yeah.
episode I released Fridays about did Adolf Hitler survive World War II?
Oh yeah.
So I kind of quote unquote specialize in the Nazis. I've done
Okay.
a lot of episodes on the Nazis, and I always
Yes.
get a lot of good feedback from those episodes. My audience really likes it. So
Yeah.
every once in a while, I'll do something about that. And I do not support Nazis.
Yeah. Right. Right. No.
No. I
Do you think they went to Argentina?
I think, dude, let me
Because
tell
they
you,
had a huge community.
dude, let me tell you.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Whenever I started doing my research into that, I tell everybody I'm an open-minded skeptic.
Yes.
I'm not going to believe everything.
Yeah.
I'll talk about anything, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I believe it. But
Right.
I like to talk about it because
Yes.
it could be true.
Yep.
I don't know. But when I went in to start doing research for that, I was of the mindset that, man, he killed himself in that bunker. He's dead.
They've already
know,
proven that wrong too. You know that, right?
know,
They got
I
the
know.
DNA on the skull that says it's a female skull.
It's a woman, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I was still convinced that he's dead. You
Yeah.
know? And then I started doing research, and I went down the rabbit hole. I mean, the rabbit hole, and I started going deep. And you remember that TV show Hunting Hitler that came out?
Yes, I watched them all. Those
Okay,
that was
so
awesome.
did I. And I did my first podcast on that the year before that show came out. And I came to the exact same conclusion that they did. I'm like, I think this dude lived.
Yeah.
And I went into it was like, I am totally convinced that he killed himself. He's dead, you know. And by the time I got finished, when I came out of the rabbit hole, I'm like, I think this guy went to Argentina.
Yes, sir.
And I think that he lived out some sort of whatever life he lived out. I think that he lived it out there in Argentina. I'm pretty convinced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because, you know, I was like, I don't know with it myself because, you know, before they came in, you could see the area right in front of there. They mowed down all the lamps and everything, all the light posts, so then they get a plane in and out.
The main drag.
Yeah.
Right down there. Yeah.
They've got photos of it, you know, where they get a plane in and out of it.
Well, there's I can't remember what her name was, but there's a female pilot with the Luftwaffe
Yeah.
who flew one of the high-ranking generals into Berlin as it was literally getting shot up and burning down all around them.
Yes.
And they were there for like 48 hours, and she got him back in the plane and flew him out
Yeah.
there at Tippelhoff Airport. So it could be done.
Yeah.
So there's your proof right there.
Well,
It's a possibility.
and then they've got the U-boats that they found scuttled all up and through there. I mean, you've got the huge communities that are out there that still are out there today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schools and stuff.
Yeah.
Sieg Heil, swastikas, and all that sorts of stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I mean, to me, after I watched that show, I was like, "Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
no way."
Yeah, man, like I said, I did my first episode on that the year before that show came out, and everything that they talked about on the show was like, I'm there. I've already looked at that. I've already, you know, I didn't get in a car or the plane and, you know, go down to Argentina, but everything that I, you know, looked at and researched was pretty much the same stuff. And I'm like, yeah, dude, there's something to it.
Well, and, you know, and then you start looking at even the release documents from the CIA and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it even shows in some communications where they had talked about him not being there anymore.
Yep.
And that they thought that he was in Argentina and stuff. So you're like,
yeah.
See, we even knew it, but we didn't do nothing about
The
it.
government's looking into it. There's something to it.
Yeah, right. It's like, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, Parareality podcast, first and third Friday every month, pretty much like clockwork. Available on all podcast platforms. I'd love to get you guys on my podcast.
Yes, sir.
I know you've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'd love to talk to you guys. I was telling somebody I'm like you, I'm doing interviews with people here
Yes.
too. And I was saying, you know, I love to talk to people who are ordinary, everyday dudes,
Yes.
just like we are,
Absolutely.
who've had something strange happen to them. They don't know what it is, but they just want to tell their story.
Yes. Yep.
That's what I kind of specialize in.
Right.
You guys probably do the same.
Yes.
I'll talk to whoever's got the TV show or the book coming out or whatever. If you want to be on my show, I'll talk to you. I ain't turning nobody down.
We got
You know,
those guys too.
Yeah. But I really like to talk to the everyday guy or girl
Right.
who has had some weird something happen to them. And
Yes.
it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be Bigfoot. It doesn't have to be I was kidnapped by an alien. It can be whatever weird thing has happened to you. You know, I'd love to get you on the show. And I know you guys.
Yes.
I know you guys have had you've seen some stuff, you've done some stuff.
Yes.
So you're my guest.
Yes.
So I got to get you on the podcast.
All right.
We gotta interview you guys.
Sounds good.
All
We'll
right,
love it.
All right. We're there. Thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we got Dave Dubai here from Adapt 2030
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
on YouTube. He's from Adapt 2030 on YouTube, and he's wanting to talk to us a little bit about his channel.
Oh yeah,
Mic-
absolutely.
how's the mic check? Can I move it up closer?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
You
Yeah.
can- if it,
Well, I think it's about
That's
as
as high as it'll go.
it is. We need to get a box or something. Set that on.
we can hear you pretty well.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a powered mic, so it's
Okay.
yeah.
Dave Devine, hey, how you doing?
David Reagan, nice to meet you.
Jason Scott.
I'm glad you guys are trying to spread some truth about these things that are considered a little too woo-woo to talk about in normal circles of conversation, but
Absolutely.
it's all around us. It used to be what our prehistory was based on.
Yes.
Now suddenly they want to obscure it and hide it under the table there when our previous civilizations revolved around
Yes.
these innate abilities that humans have to perceive or manifest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't control a manifesting human, can you?
Yeah. Right. No. Well, that's why they put you through school to train the brain. You know what I mean? So uncensored. Is
Yeah,
that
right here on TV, uncensored, on Mike Adams' channel.
okay?
Program up on him live on Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My area of study is solar fields in the sun and how they change every 400 years, bringing us into a grand solar minimum.
Uh-huh.
And it just basically means the sun changes in its frequency, affects the jet streams of cloud cells on our planet, and we can grow less food. Period.
Ah.
On all the grow zones across the world.
Hmm.
And as the food production declines, then the carrying capacity of humanity needs to match that. Right now, we got 8 billion people. We're growing food for about 7 billion.
Right.
Digging into the carryover stocks.
Yeah.
That's what you consider scientific study on the background of solar magnetic fields affecting jet streams and then crop yield production globally. You match all that up.
Gotcha.
But on the side where you fit or where you see is, as the magnetic field of the sun changes, the perception of our brains, because we're electromagnetic beings, and the different hemispheres of the brain are, I wouldn't say upgraded, they're just going to be connecting electrically different nodes and things firing in the brain are going to enhance our perception for a little bit while we roll through this cycle for the next several years. So people are starting to see things out of the corner of their eyes they can't explain, or here at the Sasquatch Festival, things that you couldn't see in your visual field are suddenly going to start to become. You're going to bend through that veil, if you will.
So
And this is the reason I think a lot of political changes are happening. Also, they're trying to obfuscate or gaslight why you're seeing all these things. You're starting to perceive like this doesn't make sense anymore. Maybe
Yes.
you start to see something, but now why is the news media pushing you so hard suddenly, where the world's completely scattered all at the same time as the crop production declines?
Yep.
Is
On
that
the spiritual side of things, we're rising on. So they're, the elite are battling two things here:
Yeah.
control of the populace, food prices, inflation, but then also the rising of our abilities to see through their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, to me, that goes along with a lot of stuff though, right? Because you take the Native Americans or anybody pre today, right? Anything. And what did they do? They actually knew about these things that science had to prove later, right? There's places in South America where they knew that this was the center of the earth or something, or it was a zero magnetic line or something like that. And they came in and said, oh, no, it's actually way over here. And they created this park. Well, as everything got better, they actually realized that the natives were right. It was right where they had all these shrines and everything set up. It's here. But that goes back to that perception. We've lost that perception and that ability to perceive our natural world around us, human beings as we really are, not as what we're told we're supposed to see. And so, that's why you have a lot of these gurus and all these people saying, we need to get to this in the age of enlightenment and talking about that stuff. And it's talking about, it's all in our minds. And that's pretty fantastic where you said that, the sun and everything can make it to where the two hemispheres connect to each other differently, to where you could perceive these things differently. Yeah, that's neat. And you said that's on a 400-year cycle?
And you get heavier, more powerful overlapping were 5 of those cycles they call a super grand solar minimum, where it'll be once in a 2,000 year event. So you have heavier, more powerful cycles intertwined with these lighter cycles. So if you move out into the Bray cycle, which is a 3,200 year solar activity cycle, you get massive drops in temperature of somewhere like 4 to 5 degrees Celsius drops. And you see these ebbs and flows of civilization routinely, and you wonder, why do they reach their apex?
And they go.
Why do they always collapse?
Yeah.
When they're at their apex of technology and engineering and food production and waste removal and city building and all these types of things, and then they always collapse. Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lack of food production.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. And if you can tag that thing that either allows massive food production where we can solve problems with more calories in our brains, or if you can come down and find out what's the trigger for that huge crop loss thing where people are starving, they're emaciated, they don't have enough fats, they're not thinking right, and then we get in those dark age periods like a sawtooth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense, and that kind of goes to say how the Mayans and stuff saw the world with the round calendars, how everything's cyclical. It comes back around. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That's amazing. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Good job.
And one last thing then. You said it's been drummed out of us in school.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get us to the age of enlightenment.
Right.
What if you knew that cycle was going to return and you set up that excuse for getting into the age of enlightenment because you knew generally humanity would be in a faster frequency field and they would all upgrade at the same time anyway. So you already plant those seeds of the enlightenment, drum it out of it in school. You need to relearn it. But once it starts to occur across the planet where people start to ask a lot of questions, like, this doesn't make sense anymore. This waking reality does not make sense.
Right.
Where we're at, we sit at that crux right now.
Yeah.
Be a government or a world elite body of rulers, the World Economic Forum, whatever you like.
Right.
Try to stop that awareness and rising. You build in fear, you collapse the economy, so people are more worried about eating and working than they would be about observing the changes that they're physically seeing around them.
Yep.
And they're more worried about, they're laser focused on all these things that are created problems in their lives on purpose versus stepping out here, walking barefoot in the grass and observing the changes of nature. I really believe it's all intertwined.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I really like that. I've never heard it put in that way before. So
that's where like different synthesis of different I guess studies come in because they're so disassociated.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you.
What was your channel again?
Adapt 2030. I left it right there.
All right.
Put that on the.
I got about 180,000 subs on that channel now.
Oh, heck.
And I run the Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Adapt 2030.
We need to have him on.
We need to adapt.
Is this anything got to do?
That's what we do anyway. Me and the wife, we grow all of our own food.
2030. Is that number? Is that year? Like the agenda 2030?
I started my channel back in 2014, and it was 21.
Yeah, you had 21, and then it moved.
I moved to 2030.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we need to adapt our food growing strategies before 2030 if we're going to survive this, because the natural crop process, somehow that excess need to come to the natural crop process, but somehow we're going to have to do it in a different way to increase food production. Right. If we want to keep all 8 billion people.
Right. I think
that's the plan.
I think, well, you look at, so me and the wife, we grow all of our own, well, majority of our food that we have chickens, so we have all of our own egg production and stuff like that. And if you really look at it, during World War II and pre-World War II, you were encouraged to do that. Have backyard, victory gardens and all that stuff, right? They wanted you to do these things, and then they started maneuvering us away from that. And then it's more to where you have to have the government now, right? We are here to provide this for you. And it's the same thing. We see it all the time with egg productions and chicken productions, right? Somehow, a couple years ago, two of the major producers in the United States, their factories burnt down within weeks of each other. And then you couldn't even find eggs on the shelves, And
potato producers also. How does a potato factory burn? That
makes
no sense.
That's right.
It would just smolder, not turn to ash.
That's right.
There's a lot of unknowns in this purposeful destruction of every single mechanized food production system we have here.
Yep, because everybody's reliant on that.
They've got us reliant.
Yep.
They get you into the system, and now they got everybody in. And once you, even if 1/10 of 1% of people can break away and then have the knowledge to inform others how to do it, you become a very dangerous person on the planet.
Yeah. That's
Anyway, thank you for
definitely
your
what we
time.
do. Thank you very much, man.
Reach on out if you want to chat. I'd
love to.
I got a studio here. I'm Teleco Plains, and I've got a whole studio out there in my cabin.
Okay, we live in Loudon, so okay, yeah. Right, part of our studio with us.
Yeah, you got a little bit better set for the mixer there.
Yeah, really
Volume
pretty good.
adjustments.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, feel free to reach out.
Yes, sir. We will. Absolutely.
Are you off?
I'm going to grab a photo here in front of
Oh,
y'all.
yes, absolutely.
Who are those chicks? Chicks with
Here, we appreciate it. Are you enjoying it? Tell us. Oh, Nacho. ¿Qué pasa, mi amigo? Andres on
Nacho.
there. Hey. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, being part of the Bigfoot Festival. We're having a good time, getting a lot of good stories. I don't know if you got to catch that guy's story right there. We need to give me a box, and I'm going to put it over here to raise that mic up a little bit more. Will you hold that for me? Sure.
Is this box too high?
No. Or we can even do my road box if you want to. That'll be fine because it doesn't have nothing in it to dump out or nothing. Well, I'm asking for the impossible, aren't I?
I think you are.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Now it's muddy. Let's all get out.
Yes.
Like they had it.
Too, because our boards had the rain this morning. Let's see if how's this, Jason? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me? Oh, look Nacho. Can you hear me, Jason?
Hold on a minute. Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me
Yeah. Good.
better than what you could just hear that guy?
Mhm.
A lot more clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to do that. Stay up here. He says, hey, I'm looking at you, but I don't see their beers. That's hilarious.
I need to go get
No, I'm good. Looks like we got a crowd out there.
Yeah, tons of people walking
It's
around,
a little muddy, but
talking about Bigfoot,
yeah.
doing the foot thing. Got a family of foot squatching around.
So that guy was pretty interesting, but a little too deep for me. You and him get along real well.
Yeah, it was pretty neat what he had to say.
Yeah, I understood what he had to say, but I couldn't talk it.
I think you could.
I'm just old comfortable. Don't have a good memory either.
I don't. What'd you say?
Huh? Who
What?
am I?
What?
Which way?
Where are we at?
I don't know.
What is this? Hey, if everybody that's out there would say hi,
Say hi.
we would appreciate it.
I'm hearing some noise.
Oh, you know what?
Is that a helicopter?
Turn that off. Sounds like it. Oh, four-wheeler.
So we're just gonna let the camera show you everybody
Yep.
till somebody walks up.
Oh, did you take us out of the stage or off? Yeah. Heck yeah. Let you see all of the people walking around.
Here comes.
I need this turtle man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh yeah, here's the guy with the shirt. How you doing? Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir, right here. Loudon. Loudon. Yes, sir.
Have y'all been to Red Ash?
No.
That Oak Ridge round in
No,
there?
it's over in the pond.
Will follow it.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah.
That place-
Really. Really. Because we've been looking at a new, trying to, we just got finished with an investigation. We've been thinking about going somewhere.
I've been looking at food one time. I always pick up something. I've had a little bottle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time I was there, except for some of our boys. I ain't stuck with it one night. Somebody came in and said, Satan. Y'all done that.
Wow.
I mean, that really chills.
Dang.
Y'all need to check it out. It's good.
Red Ash. Okay. Okay.
I've heard of it. But we ain't never been.
We've been trying to figure out another place to go investigate. So that'd be awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Red Ash in LaFond.
Red Ash.
That sounds like red ash. Oh, red ash.
I need to.
What you need? Go online. We got somebody on X watching us. That's.
Ooh.
I just wonder how that works. Wonder how good it is on X. Never seen it.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hello. Someone on X, huh? That's interesting.
Hey Nacho, did you see that?
Did you see that, Nacho?
I showed it to you.
I told Jason I should wear my kilt today, and he's like, "No, please." No, sorry.
No, you didn't see it.
You didn't see that? You need to show it
Here,
again one
I'll
more
show
time.
it to you. This is for you, Nacho. Maybe.
I'll get it.
We got a camera down. Camera down. Says it looks like an extra camera was unplugged. We'll get that camera back up.
I have to find it again. Generator's quiet.
All right. Turn it over this way a little bit.
Which way?
Okay, right there. No, back that way a little bit. That's good.
Yeah, you have to go over there. Get your bracelet. Bye.
Y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Pretty good for an old fat man. We're checking things out.
Yeah. You have any good stories?
We got stories. They good. Stories.
No.
We do a podcast called North Carolina Investigations.
Oh, okay.
We're also an investigation team. We go out, we chase Bigfoot, we chase ghosts, we chase UFOs, you name it, we'll chase it.
Yeah. We do a lot of ghost investigations ourselves. Yeah.
He started a page called Dark Paranormal.
Okay.
He's the founder. He's the founder.
Okay.
Been on Facebook ever since. And 2012, I got hearing stories about Bigfoot and the other. Back then, I thought, that sucker's up there, Wolf Creek.
Right. Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
Seen the first two, I was like,
Yeah. Here they are. Right. Yeah. Really? Dang. That's awesome.
My first one here in Tennessee, January 7th.
Really? See, I've never seen one here. I saw one. I'm an ex-truck driver now, but stopped driving about a week ago. but me and my wife used to team drive. And so I saw mine on I-90 in Washington, going west. And it was a nighttime across the road. And it was about 3-4 seconds. And I was like, I pretty much thought it was real, just never saw it for myself. Removed all doubt. I mean, it just removed all doubt. And so I was like, a good friend of mine, East Tennessee Bigfoot, Matt Sieber, he's around here somewhere. He's got a 10 up. First person I text, guess what I just saw? He's like, welcome to the club. Well, I'll tell you, and what's amazing is that you hear it from all kinds of people, but you hear how big they are and how fast they are, right? And in your mind, you're like, okay, but when something comes across an interstate about 4 car lengths in front of you, and I'm doing 65 miles an hour in an 18-wheeler, and he could take 3 steps and come up a bank before I could get to him, that's moving. That's moving.
I was 20 yards away from the one I seen. By the time I got down the hill and started back up to the other side, he was yelling. My adrenaline was running.
He was like,
I was scooting. I seen him. I thought it was a shadow. My partner, another friend of ours, went down in front of me, hit a stick, and that thing popped, and that shadow moved out to see what it was. Leaned down like this. He reached up with his arm and grabbed the tree. Leaned over closer to see what Harley was. And I got old, son. I got excited. I thought I'm gonna get closer to this. So I took off, come up the other side, and he was gone.
See,
That quick.
it's amazing, It's amazing.
He heard him going through the woods. He was on a different trail. Front of him on a different trail. They decided to drop off before they had passed. Harley said, "Come on, man." He said, "Hell, is it just me? Well, he just
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "Why ain't you kidding?" I said, "Dude, I've got funny feet." I said, "I can't get the finger." I said, "I'm on." I said, "Y'all got radio. We're gonna go. Me and my wife's gonna go this way." I said, "I'm gonna put her about 70, 75 yards in front of me." And that's what I done. She was 75 yards in front of me. I was probably 150 yards in front of these guys. Started around on the other side. I was in full
Thank you.
camo. Oh, well,
We've got right there.
I'll be okay. And he come through, when they jumped him, he come through that roll ticket like a French freight. He sound like a full. What you want to? Okay. He got within about almost as far from here where that officer van. I know if he come any closer, I'll be able to see him because it get off the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
I stand there and I thought, okay, he comes through there, I'm gonna get a clear shot picture of him.
Yeah.
Then that's the thing where he goes,
Right.
he gets off near that van, stops. I mean, it's just like putting the brakes on a Greyhound bus. I mean, he just loaded it up, stopped. I'm like, everyone in the name of God did show. I'm sitting there doing find a hole in the wall. I'm figuring which way he went.
Yeah.
So he either seen me or smelled it. Because I mean, I'm in full dress, top to bottom camo. He wasn't nothing on me but the camo.
That's amazing.
He just rode up in that wall thing and stopped. Made her see. Running. Behind me, out of the other side of it. Still standing there scratching my head trying to figure out. He had this confused look on his face when we got done. I can't figure out where the hell did he go? Because unbeknownst to me, back a little bit further where he stopped, there's a slight opening there. We've seen him on. He had laurels on this side. He had 2 big trees on this side and laurels. And then you go about 20 foot down and had 2 openings on each end. So we dropped off the left. We thought he went down. But what he did, he curled back in the other side of that hill, put the hill between us.
See, and that denotes how smart they are, man. Yeah.
I ain't never seen anything move that fast.
That's
my adrenaline was. I come up that hill and he was gone.
Did it ever get down on 4?
No,
stayed on.
not that I could see down. My encounter was like 3 seconds.
Right.
Because when he moved, my adrenaline started when I took off down that hill. But this thing had multiples. He had no neck. Shoulders up to the side of the head. He had a conical head. We nicknamed him Alfalfa because he had hair sticking up on the top. And where his head was, the limb his head was at, it was 2.5 feet higher than me.
Wow.
And he was that broad of people. That big arm reached up and grabbed that tree. You could see the muscle ripples in the light.
Wow.
Couldn't make out anything, but you could
Yeah.
see that. I just had, I don't know why, but I just had a funny feeling. Something said, take the head off route, and if he comes running towards you, he's paying attention to them guys.
Oh yeah.
You're going to get a camera lens to him.
Yeah.
That was my thinking.
Yeah.
So he jumped him. He got through that whole thing. Sound like a bulldozer. I said, we're hot on him right now.
Yeah.
Hold up, stop.
That's fantastic.
I just learned behind these, so I figured, oh, my silhouette was broke. Or another, he seen their stuff.
See, that's
And he
fantastic
knew I
though.
was there. I said, come in, like I said, hit the brakes like 3.5 bucks. Pulled up.
Shows how they're a master of the woods though, you know. I mean,
You're not going to fool one of them.
right, absolutely.
They want you to figure out, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, they might do themselves and go, okay, I'm here, you stay right yonder.
Yeah.
Do nothing else.
Don't come any closer. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Do you?
Yes, I'm down. There you go.
Yeah. 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 YouTube, Facebook, X. You get our card right there. Yeah.
Dakota, come over here and tell them about
Yeah. Was she the one that was like, oh, the door closed on you? Yeah. Did it scare you? Yeah.
Wasn't really expecting it.
Right. That's when it happens, isn't it?
On my house.
Yeah.
See, and it's kind of just like,
Really.
you expecting it.
Thank you. story? Tell us. If you don't mind telling in the mic.
We call Slewfoot, and it's basically like a albino Bigfoot, but he has like red or green eyes and like razor claws or sharper claws, and it's around in the Moulton community in North Alabama,
Okay.
and we've been out walking around every once in a while and like out in the woods and spotlight and stuff, and you'll be able to see it walk next to barns and tree lines and all kinds of weird stuff, and seen it while we're fishing. And
Really?
then one night we was out camping at my buddy's house, and we decided to spotlight for Cody's because the field next to him, they have a bunch of cows.
Gotcha.
And there was, I guess you'd say, like a cryptid style, like bones and like the skin, real like the Wendigos out in the field, and it was like on all fours.
That's crazy.
It stood up and like looked at us, like you could hear it like roar at you. It stood up on the twos and went. We watched it with the lights and watched the top of the fences all the way to the trees. And it was
Wow. That's awesome.
it's cool. All the stuff that you see and like UFOs. People just think it's crazy, but
Yeah.
I've seen it, but it was so cool.
Well, you know, the thing is that they're just afraid of what's there.
Yeah.
You know, people will say that. Some of those have had experiences, but they're afraid to tell them. You know, so
I tell everyone,
yeah.
we've had so many experiences. But seeing that, we just go sit out on the back porch and just wait, just to see if it ever happens again. We've seen it, I don't know, 10, 15 times.
That's amazing, though.
So
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
you ready to talk about it? Now, what about this way?
Yes, sir. Thank you. You listen to any podcasts or anything?
Getting ready to.
Yeah. Ah, we've got a card right here. We're on about anywhere.
Spotify.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. We're on Spotify and
What all you got?
all paranormal. So we do UFOs, aliens, ghosts. Really?
I'm in right now.
Oh no. You want to tell the story live? No?
You're live anyway right now.
You're already live. No? All right. You don't have to.
No, that was scary enough though that I did pull my gun out.
Oh,
Woo! That's crazy.
Check out this on Arizona. New houses built.
Yeah.
We did very good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah.
Buddy's house.
Really? That's aggressive to leave marks like that too. I've been scratched before, but it didn't leave marks. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
I'll check you guys out.
All right, brother. Thank
right,
you, man. We do it all. Yeah. We talk about everything. We have a lot of psychics on the show. We do everything.
You have psychics.
Sure. Yeah.
Do y'all split them up between Bigfoot section and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each show is a different subject.
Yes.
You don't
It's a
like
completely a show is a show, so it's one subject at a time. We don't do it all on the same show. So yeah. So like we had who was 2 weeks ago?
Lyle Blackburn.
Lyle Blackburn was on 2 weeks ago, talking to us about some Bigfoot stuff going on in Texas. Great guest. And
I guess he gets people that has encounters call in.
right.
Y'all do- or
We
y'all get famous people.
we do a little bit of both. So we get a lot of people like Lyle Blackburn and a lot of those guys on. A lot of people who have a lot of books out. We get a lot of those guys. Loudon. We're just an hour down the road. Oh, okay. Loudon, it's back towards Knoxville. So it's about 10 minutes below Knoxville.
Okay, we live close to Panama.
Okay. All right. So you live way down there. Yeah, Skunk Ape. Yep. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Normal.
Huh? Thank you. Oh my goodness. Interesting as in eclectic or man. On the Bigfoot side of it, man, Jason, which one do you think is our best Bigfoot guest that we've had on? I don't know if we've ever been asked this question before.
Well, we had one that was on, he was out in the field while he was on the show. So
Lyle Blackburn was actually in Texas, in Fook, actually doing an investigation for the Fook monster. And so we got to do a 2-hour show with him while he was out investigating and looking and stuff. And he had just, had, which we were the first people he had really even told. And I think was the only podcast that he had even told about. He had seen something on a island that was out there. And he said it was red. He said it almost looked like an orangutan, but it was really big and it moved from one side to the other. But where they were at, they couldn't get to the island that it was on until like a couple days later because they didn't have a boat. And so he was like kind of frustrated about that. Yeah, he was frustrated. He didn't talk. Yeah, he didn't talk about him turning red, but it was like a daytime sighting that he saw him too. So
You have to put your shoes on to find out more about it. It's like sometimes you would see the red eyes, sometimes you see the dark eyes.
yes,
But up here,
yeah.
and I just wonder what
And that's what's fascinating about it too, because you see these people talk about the red eyes and they're like, oh, is that eye shine? But then a lot of people are like, no, it's not eye shine. It's actually like light emitting from the eyes, it seems like, because you don't have to have the lights shining on them to get the red
another
eyes.
thing I get or don't get is why people go out and look for them, but then when they find them,
They run. I
why
want to know
not
that.
just stand there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because you're scared they're running, so they're going to move and just do their thing.
Yes.
So you just stood there and said,
Yeah. Right. Right.
how you doing? Bring something in here.
That's right. Well, and there's a lot of people who do the gifting too, and say that it works, you know.
We have a
Yes. Yes.
we have a
Yes.
guy that usually ate a couple times. He has
Oh,
a good story.
Stacy Hazlitt.
Stacy Hazlitt. He lives in Ohio.
Is it Ohio?
I think
I thought it was
maybe
Kentucky or
Kentucky.
something. I thought it was
Somewhere up there,
Kentucky.
but he said he has a clan of Bigfoot that
Live on his property.
live on his property, and one of the female Bigfoot sort of attached to him. Yeah, like mentally. It's kind of weird, but he has a YouTube channel that's just Stacy Hazlitt on YouTube.
Stacy Hazlitt. Yep. He's been to a few of the because we go to all the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot conference there in Gatlinburg, and he's been there a couple of times. So yeah, that's pretty. He's got a neat story. Yeah.
Do the interviews and stuff like that. You do?
Yeah.
Or you go out and do your
We have never gone out and done anything Bigfoot wise. We do a lot of stuff paranormal as far as with the ghost and stuff.
that's what I'm curious about.
We've done a bunch of that. Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, we just came back from a place. What was it? About 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And had some crazy stuff happen. He's in the middle of putting together about a 1 hour show or so with all the evidence that we captured. Amazing.
What's that at?
It was in Sweetwater, Tennessee.
Philadelphia.
Or Philadelphia. Yeah. Philadelphia.
Why?
It's a nice. We live in Loudon, so it's nice.
It was her.
Okay.
Actually, my great grandparents.
Yeah, it was her great grandparents' house.
Yeah.
It was cool though, because you get corroborating evidence. So a lot of times people will get one thing or another. We had Eddie from Legends and Lore Pizza and his wife and stuff was with us, and he has an SLS camera, and so you see this stick figure that appears, and she has, what was it called, a dead bell?
Dead bell.
So it's like a bell that you'd ring if you'd go get a hotel or something, you know. And so this thing is ringing when we ask it questions. 1 ring for yes, 2 for no, all kinds of stuff. And in the cooperating evidence, what's cool is that you see this stick figure appear, then you see a hand reach up like this, and then the bell goes off. And you're like, come on now, you can't fake that, you know?
Does your hair stand up on you every time, or you get used to it eventually? Because that would just creep the crap out of me if I see something like that. But I don't know if you do it enough.
For me, it does. I get cold chills every time.
I scream a little.
He screamed a lot that night. But me, see, I've seen them since I was 3. I've seen ghosts since I was 3 years old. Yeah, still. Okay. And so for me, it's that's what got me into wanting to do all this other stuff. You know, it was the gateway.
I've seen ghosts. I have seen
Forts. Passed away, and
We were living in
I
her
was
house.
living in her house. I was caregiving for she passed. She had cancer. One day, living in the house, she passed away in June. And Christmas Day, she loved Christmas. Your favorite teacher? Christmas tree in the house. Well, she had a bedroom.
Well, if you're related to Bigfoot.
And her orb, it was flashing, and I thought, I was talking to my daughter, and I looked outside, and I moved everything so that I knew something there. I was like, oh my God, this is over the wall. So back and forth, just wanted to like excited.
Thank you.
Wow.
Just stopped.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
She's always got all the
Hey.
Ever since all her pictures, it doesn't matter where she's at.
Huh.
Watching over.
You got pictures up by the high school sign. There's orbs behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Watching over. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
True, because when I was at my grandma, the chair that they used to sit in, I was sitting in it. I don't know if you remember I sat in it, but I got a full-on handprint on my thigh, and like I was probably 10 or something. So like, you know, when people like say like kids are making stories, I was like, I'm not making stuff. I wanted to cry. I got a full hand on my thigh sitting in that chair.
Wow.
Nope,
I'm not supposed to be there. We have some cards, yes, ma'am. You want to grab? Oh yeah. Awesome. Grab. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Yeah, get as many as you want.
all right. Nice chat with you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for your story. No, no, ma'am. Yep. Yeah, we do a podcast. We do investigations. Yes. Yep. Yep. How you doing? You listen to podcasts?
I lived from here. I moved, so I've never heard of you. Y'all do?
No, we've been around since 2012, but now we changed our name. We used to be Project Dark Corona. Then this little thing called the coronavirus came, and
Wow.
yeah, and so before we rebranded, you know, it was like, hey, we were cool before Corona was, you know, and so we had to rebrand because it was just, you know, a name thing, I guess. So
Some big topics y'all cover.
everything, Yeah, we talk Bigfoot, UFOs, aliens, ghosts. We have psychics on the show. We have all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we try to hit all the highlights, you know. Yeah. Well, you know, we feel that that if you draw a line in one thing and you don't look into a bunch of others, because I think there's a possibility they might all be connected somehow. You know. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So you never know. So if you don't look into it, you'll never know. So yeah, you know, yeah.
Check y'all out.
Thank you.
I saw the tent and I was like, what's going on over here?
Oh, so the tent.
Yeah.
All the way down there.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys. Oh man, as far as activity, as far as like paranormal, man, I don't know. We just did her grandmother, was it your great grandmother's house? Yeah, that was fantastic.
2 hours straight
Just activity, non-stop activity the whole time. As a matter of fact, he's putting together the video of all the activity that we had. So yeah, it's yes.
And actually, there's a story.
It ain't come out yet, but it'll be out soon.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Story in it that is based off of what I've seen when I was younger.
Yep. 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 Got a book of. In the book, there's also a story about the old house I lived in.
Yeah.
Was really haunted stuff. So yeah,
First time I ever seen anything was at the house that our grandparents have. I'll never forget it either. You hear me screaming in the video if you ever watch it.
He does scream in the video. Yeah.
What's funny, I had this FLIR, you know. Yeah, well, it's heat. And I'm filming. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. Because you pull the trigger and it just takes a picture.
It doesn't film, it takes a picture, just a snapshot.
So I was sitting there in this doorway, and this person, it was just like a transparent person, walks up to the doorway and looks and just turns around and walks back into the washroom. Man, it was crazy. It was
the
crazy.
EVPs, you hear them. Oh my God! Oh my God! It was good.
Did you see that?
Oh my God! It's turning around and walking off. Yeah. He's putting together a video on it right now. Yeah. Yeah. We I don't know. We do this as a labor of love, I guess, but we do have a TV station that we're on in
San Diego,
California, or San Francisco.
One of the two. I can't
something
remember.
like that. It's in California. Yeah. So, yeah. It's a neat thing. It's kind of fun, you know. Oh, absolutely, yeah. You have a pen.
I don't.
Did you bring a pen? Oh, absolutely, yeah. Sure, yeah.
Collecting signatures. You ever been in that show? That's a good show.
It is. It's fun.
Yeah. Good show.
Yeah, I'm fixing to carry my flip-flops to get food. In case I need them. But I don't know how many it is over there.
Yeah, I know there's a
Got
few
that on my
battlefields. It's nice.
Yeah.
Like this money?
Civil War's battlefield.
There is. Yeah, we went to one. How long ago was it, Jason? About It was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was September, October.
Seen a video one time of Gettysburg. About the clearest video I've seen. Just October. Kind of like a memory.
Yes.
He just dropped out of nowhere and started messing with the cannon there. But he had his uniform on. And he was transparent.
When we went through is Chickamauga, which is the second deadliest battleground in the Civil War, which is an hour or so from our house there in Loudon. And we were there, and I saw a Confederate soldier take his hat off and wave it at me. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Jason and his daughter both saw a horse walk by them. Yeah. Yes. Well, the particular spot that we were at, a part of the line had broke down, and so the Union soldiers had started coming through, and there was no life loss of people there, but there was 7 horses that actually got killed right there. Yep. Yes, it does. It's crazy, especially when you get that corroborating evidence, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. There could be a lot of good stuff to learn.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you for everything y'all do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. You have a good day. Yes, sir. You too. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey.
You want a card? You can have a card right there. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Do you have a good story? No? So just like to listen to them, huh? No, I gotcha. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Really?
UFO detector.
Really? What?
Wow.
That's awesome, though. Man. No. You have to get him. Our email address is on the front of that. You have to get him those cards. You have to get him to email us. Yeah. The problem when you go searching, a lot of times you'll find. Thank you.
Welcome to Paranormal 411, coming to you from an undisclosed location deep within the Appalachian Mountains, with your hosts David Reagan and Jason Scott, bringing you the unknown. You're listening to Paranormal 411.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling. Imagine, if you will, a quiet, sleepy town tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city. The locals tell tales of a house atop a hill where strange lights flicker and eerie sounds echo in the dead of night. Some say it's haunted, others claim it's a portal to another realm. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain, those who venture there are never quite the same. Or picture this, a clear, starry night in the heart of the desert. Suddenly, a blinding flash cuts across the sky, a craft of unknown origin moving at impossible speeds. It hovers, then vanishes, leaving only questions and a sense of awe. Could it be visitors from another world, or perhaps a secret government project? These stories, these encounters with the unknown, are what we love here at Paranormal 411. Our mission? To explore the unexplored, to question the unquestioned, and to shine a light into the darkest corners of the paranormal. We've journeyed through haunted houses and UFO sightings, and into the mysteries of cryptids and psychic phenomena, and pondered the existence of other dimensions. And yet, there is so much more to discover. Paranormal 411 is your guide to the unexplained and the extraordinary. Here we talk about the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our world, from haunted houses and UFO sightings to cryptids and psychic phenomena. We love to question, to explore, and to understand the unknown. There's a world of mystery out there just waiting to be discovered. So why not join us on this journey into the unknown? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a part of the Paranormal 411 community. Together, we can uncover the secrets that the universe holds. Welcome to Paranormal 411. Your journey into the unknown starts here. Join us.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters, along with mouth-watering pizza, go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.
Yeah, you gotta find your own way out.
children at play. Don't tell them what they want. When the rubber finally meets the road. All right, we are back here at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival in Townsend, Tennessee.
Yes, we are. Having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot going on. We've had a lot of good stories today. You got one for us? No?
No, Brandy, you should tell them that story about.
Yes, if you've got a story. Right here on the with this mic right here. You're live, by the way.
I was driving to your house and I had turned towards Sticky and it was by myself. It was late at night and I was spending the night with her. I just saw something with 3 lights in the sky, like a little triangle, and then all of a sudden it was gone. I didn't think much of it, but I told her about it and they were like, "Oh, it was just an airplane."
That wasn't an airplane.
You know the big hill right towards that curve where
McIntyre curve.
yeah, there's that big hill. It was right up there.
A lot of people have seen stuff around that curve.
Yeah.
I seen a bright flash of light one time going around it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you
where it
think
came
that's why there's a lot of wrecks up through there?
Maybe.
Or do you think it's a lot of people just driving too fast?
I don't know.
Or a little of both. But yeah, there's a lot of wrecks around McIntyre's curve, isn't there?
Yep.
Man, we've had a great day so far today.
I want to thank you, the 4 people that's watching us right now.
Right
or
now.
Maybe you just got your phone laid down. We still appreciate it.
Love it. Thank you very much for supporting us. Everybody that supports us in every way. And sorry we couldn't see you personally here at the Bigfoot Festival here in the Smoky Mountains, here in Townsend, Tennessee. But hey, if you can come before they close tonight at 6, I'd say come.
Wear your mud.
I was just about to say, see, we're on the same wavelength, Jason. I was about to say, but wear your boots.
And you see what's next to us over here.
Yeah, we're right next to the pork rinds.
Oh, yeah.
And on the other side of us that you can't see is beer tent. There's beer tent over there. Just let you know. For all those of us that are over 21.
Reality podcast.
Right next to us.
Right next to us. They're
out of Nashville,
yeah.
Tennessee. Yep. Really good people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely look them
I
up.
need to get a hold of Turtle Man down there and see if they come up here.
That would be awesome.
All right, we're going to let you see the crowd for a little while.
Yes, we will sign off real quick, but please, if you want to see the goings on, keep watching, or just tune in every once in a while. All right.
Don't forget to look at these pork rinds over here. They're looking good.
They're smelling good. I'm kind of hungry.
so out of pocket. It's like that doesn't you can't make that up.
Yes.
So it just seems a bit more.
But we had.
I don't know. It's creepy.
Have you ever heard of Kathleen Mardine?
No, Kathleen Mardine.
So her aunt and uncle was one of the first UFO abduction cases ever.
Was it her?
No, it
Betty
was
and Barney Hill.
Betty and Barney Hill. That was her aunt and uncle. And so we had her on the show, and fascinating stuff. Yes. Yeah.
When it comes to abduction stuff, so it's so, and that's the hardest part. It's so one-sided.
Yes.
And obviously, there's that portion of it. There's like,
yes. Well, and I think that it seems like sometimes the government pushes you to where, okay, we can believe that there may be things flying in the airspace that we don't know, right? UAP, but
that's what they say.
right, but
we don't know what it is. That's that.
right, right, and but then when it comes to the abduction and stuff side of it, right? So they had David Grush and all these and all these guys up there, right? But they didn't have anybody on the abduction side there to tell their stories. Is that not funny though?
Yeah.
And these stories are much older, and they go back in time.
I would love to hear. I would love to see them have Bob Lazar.
Oh.
Now, that one would be a perfect one to have.
Well,
for Congress, because then at that point, what do you guys think?
Well, he's fantastic. When he came out in the early 90s and stuff, right? I was like, this is interesting, right? Because that's when Area 51 yes.
That freaks me that and he doesn't know something. He says,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know that was part of this. It's so compartmentalized. No idea.
Well, and another thing too that you see that where they said, oh, this ain't true, this ain't right, the disinformation started coming in.
Yeah.
But now over the years, you start seeing those pieces of those puzzles filling in, right?
Yeah.
About
Suddenly just
the
like-
hand thing that you had to clock in and out. Oh, that doesn't exist. They found one. They found it, right? Site S4, Area 51, it doesn't exist. Bam, now it's real, right? They brought it out. Okay, it does exist. Okay, So it's
Element 115.
Element 115. So again, that doesn't exist. It's funny though, because he came on 2 shows talking about him having Element 115. After he got off those podcasts, his place got raided twice, one after each time. And guess what they were looking for? Element 115, something that they said didn't exist. Yeah.
It's interesting. It begs the question of like, because I have a buddy that works in the FBI.
Oh.
He has white collar crimes.
Yeah.
But I was talking to him, chatting, I was like, I'm gonna ask something out. I asked him, he's all, yeah, we don't do that. He's all, but I'm gonna tell you something crazy. So, me, other field agent, yada yada yada. We get told, go here, investigate this individual, do this thing. Outside of that, they're only given X, Y, and Z, but the rest of the alphabet, they're out of the loop. Because it's not they don't need to know all of that. They need to know that what they're doing is justified. So
right.
They'll give them the information that justifies whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But the individuals behind that, they will either hide or not. It's just not. They're not gonna brief them on that because it's not part of the case.
That's
itself.
right. That's right.
But there is. It's the scariest thing. He was like, yeah, he's all, that can fit in every other case. So I'm just a worker. So yeah, I agent. So it's just it's white collar.
Yeah.
So I oversee the analysts and some of but that's it. But I have a boss and they have a boss. And, and it's just he's like
and it like anything else is compartmentalized, right? So you've got another department that deals with another thing, and then another one that deals with something else.
It's wicked. It really is. And it just feels like it feels more and more that there are individuals that all the individuals
that control it, and it's just.
Yep.
And at some point, the entire troop gets worked out so that no one knows except this group.
Yep. One group.
Wicked.
And you can call that group whatever you want to,
exactly,
Illuminati, whatever you want to,
Whatever.
but
That's
they
the
exist.
You can think it's them. It could be something. Just wicked.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a mind-boggling thing to contemplate. But it's fun to contemplate.
Oh yeah, no, it's me and my neighbor, he's into extraterrestrials. Well, back and forth, and it's crazy. The more sometimes we'll get into it, we're like, let's get out this. It's getting too weird. Because then it starts becoming into like, now we're talking extraterrestrials, now we're talking about, actual religion and the. This is getting weird. It's getting too weird. Let's get out there.
I'll tell you some crazy stuff that's happened to us though, is we've been doing shows on some of those topics and diving deep in some of those topics. And we will hear, and we live in an area where there's no helicopters flying over ever. You'll hear a helicopter fly over and then we'll lose power and internet and everything. Boom. Yeah. And we'll come back up and it'll almost sometimes take 30, 40 minutes or better to come back up from
Weird,
it.
man, honestly, it's weird. There's some stories out there that are just so, like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird and like, I don't know. And that's the thing. It's like, you don't.
Yeah. We don't do as many conspiracy theories anymore, do we?
Oh, we got
it happened so many times
we
that
got
it was just like we started backing
completely
away.
personal accounts. Every account we had got
Deleted. Our Facebook account, not only our personal accounts, but our at the time we were called Project Dark Corona, and named after the first spy satellite program in the 50s. Okay. But it got deleted. All of our personal accounts got deleted off of Facebook.
Were they trying to put it as like disinformation or something? Or
They didn't tell us nothing. They just gone.
Oh, they did. We mentioned the word Q.
Oh, Q. That's right.
Oh, okay.
From QAnon.
Yeah. I remember they were cracking down like heavily on that.
What bro? It just went out live. We're going to get it again. But the show was actually about, is it real or not?
Yeah.
It wasn't a pro.
Well, yeah. And that's the thing though, is there's obviously a reality. It's true. I mean,
right.
Something's like, and they're not saying it's us. They can't say it's, any other adversaries because they don't have it.
Yep.
And I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, the implications if you find out that it was some other foreign country.
Yep.
How do they jump from where we're at now to then? And if so, do we have that? And it's just not, and is it
yeah.
Where do they get that from the beginning?
Yes, absolutely.
The implications are always typically telltale signs of like what actually happened. At least the good stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyways, I'm gonna definitely go into your podcast. Excited for it, man.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I don't go like yapping about it so much.
No, you're good. You're good. Yes.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your stories.
To Cataloosa, North Carolina. And we went up to this house. We were just up there just to be there. But we went up to this house and it was really creepy. My dad was like, he's never been scared of log cabins or nothing. He's like, nah, I don't think I want to go in this place. As soon as he got to the door, he's like, I don't know about all that. And as we were leaving, my mom took a picture of the house, and then she started walking back. And my sister, she was the last one, and she took another picture of the house. And the one my mom took, the door was closed, and it was a heavy door. It was a really heavy door. And my sister took one, and it was standing wide open.
Oh,
yeah. And there was like my mom took a picture before we went there, and there was a figure in the second story in the window, and it was really creepy. We're gonna go back and see if we can see anything.
That's fantastic.
Where's this at?
Cataloochee, North Carolina, in the park, in the mountains. Yeah, it's a little windy road to get back there, but it's a great place.
And at Newberry, take pictures on the left side of the house. So if you'll snap 10 or 12 for
Really? That's amazing. Thank you very much.
I've seen your podcast on Spotify too.
Oh yeah? Thank you. Did you get a card? Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to Paranormal 411, coming to you from an undisclosed location deep within the Appalachian Mountains, with your hosts David Reagan and Jason Scott, bringing you the unknown. You're listening to Paranormal 411.